This is very Kentaro Miura imagery. It's a vignette of carnage. Today I'm watching, reacting to, and breaking down the cinematic language of Mydei trailer, Wrath of Man, from Honkai Star Rail. If you enjoy our time together, make sure to check out our other Star Rail videos, Genshin, Hoyoverse, and of course all our other cinematic breakdowns on the channel. Alright, let's do this. Hoyoverse fans. He wielded... Whoa! Okay, I actually want to read that. Don't get mad, chat. I want to read that. He wielded the fury of man to seize the authority of gods. Awesome. I like the metal shirt text there, setting the mood.
It is time.
Ooh. That was very Berserk. This is very Kentaro Miura imagery. Oh yeah, this is 100% Eclipse from Berserk. I love it. Down to the color grading. I love it. Oh my goodness, this is so Kentaro Miura, like I said, down to even some of the paneling choices from the manga, from the original work, which is awesome. Something I like is we can glean so much about this character from the way he's reacting. If you look around him, we kind of establish this set piece in the midst of chaos, right? This is a great shot, by the way. I want to talk about this cresting, this silhouette, this rim lighting, as we call it, around the character in the frame is really fantastic. And he's kind of got this yellow stuff on his hand. Who knows what it is, but it's like, what is happening? And he kind of cracks that, which seems to be some sort of summoning of some being. It's incredible stuff, and I love this. Is definitely, like I said, homage to Berserk, not to keep saying it, but it's really strong imagery from that Eclipse. But something really important here to note is that if you look around him in the beginning, there's all these bodies, right? Which I assume are people, there's people fighting towards him here, people who've fallen, but he's standing at the front, right? So I love that we really get an idea of his character and how he's gonna face the danger when everyone else has fallen. He's incredibly strong. He's a very strong will. So let's continue. Was that like cards? What was that? I mean, just gets shot and then shrugs it off. What an absolute beast. And you can see they're teaching us his character through his actions, which you guys know I always love. Is this his blood? Whoa, and again, I missed the subtitle. Mydei, the Last Prince. Really awesome. And I like this, I really like this kind of crack, or this tears. It seems to be, maybe it's his blood, this yellow, this kind of gold. Again, seems like maybe is a divine being, this princely being, which is really cool. And they're illustrating that with very few words spoken up until this point, and now we're showing through this kind of grand action what kind of man he is. Wow. Oh no.
The day will come.
Is that his own men?
Back bears the mark of your demise. Make your choice.
Ooh. Oh, chills, man. The vocals give chills. Oh, this is great. Yeah. Yeah, it's just pure willpower, pure rage driving him with everything he does. Wow. So I personally really like how he doesn't have a weapon. It just shows this ferocious animal-like nature. Doesn't need a weapon. He's going to overcome the enemy and just go absolutely ballistic, attacking them as he goes. And let's just go back for 1 second before we see the finale. I love some of the imagery here. It's really arresting. I would usually pause and analyze more, but it's just, wow, so much happening. This is interesting for the lore masters. It's almost like he's doing friendly fire here? Unclear. Then who's this like Gundam guy over here? Something I like about it is they're using very chaotic edit in this. And normally you could say that that might be viewed as a weakness in some cases, but not here, because it's meant to evoke the feeling of being like ambushed on the battlefield, or like you're so exhausted. Have you ever like worked out or ran or something until you're so exhausted you're almost blacking out, you're almost dizzy, right? And I think they're doing a really good job of evoking that kind of vignette that happens, otherwise known as tunnel vision, which they actually evoke here with this image. There's this kind of like frenetic, where is it? Is it right here? Yeah, see that? Isn't that so cool? And what this actually looks like is the opening and closing of eyes, right? It's like you're almost blacking out. There's a vignette, which is what we call this on the outside of the frame, this darkening. So I love that they use that. And then on this section, what we were talking about here, there's this voice. I don't know if it's his voice or if it's the voice like of some divine being calling to him or asking him a question.
Of your demise. Make your choice.
Make your choice. And I love this shot. It might be my favorite shot in the piece so far. I love this mountain. Again, it's very Berserk imagery, right? This mountain of men that he sort of climbed up to find his victory. His sort of, were they sacrificed for him? Again, thinking of Griffith here. Were they sacrificed for him? Were they the people that he had to kind of step over? They gave up their dreams for him, right? That sort of thing. Or is he merely the last survivor, and they all died fairly in this fight, and he's been gifted a boon by this divine being? But what I like about it, suffice to say, is that all these questions appear because it's well done imagery, and we have this beautiful, beautiful frame with the cresting light coming down from the heavens like a spotlight on this. So it just makes this beautiful, beautiful silhouette of the being. But I like that this divine being, we saw his hand, right? It's almost like too beautiful to look upon or too terrible to look upon. In this case, even the character is bowing down. We see the hand offered, but because of the streaming light, the spotlight, because of the shining light of this being, you can't really see the details. And I think that's such a good choice to just get this amazing imagery here, which could be a painting. So well done. It's a great frame. And still, we did not see that creature. We may yet. Yeah, I want to see this set of power up here again. Almost overwhelming, the vocals. And then the vocals explode and the music explodes. And he's been given a boon. I really do think he's been given sort of divine boon. And again, it's more animalistic, that he doesn't need a weapon. His rage, his will is all that he needs. And I think that's awesome. It was a good choice. Yeah, it seems like some kind of like heavenly war, some holy war. And that's what I'm telling you. This image right here is what I was speaking on before. They're climbing up the chains from, heck itself. But what I like here is this image. They're all reaching to him as if these are the soldiers who've fallen. Maybe he's a leader. He said he was some sort of prince or some sort of royal person. These are the people that died so he could, get to that boon and achieve this status. And they're reaching out to him for help, perhaps. But you'll notice the character's turned away from them. So this frame speaks volumes about the character, perhaps his ambition, perhaps his power. He's a little power drunk, and he's turned from his subjects to achieve this light. And you'll notice that the light is here, and we kind of get the rim lighting behind him, meaning his character is bathed in that light. But these fallen soldiers who are left behind do not receive it. They are in shadow, right, for the most part. We don't see them. And this beautiful color and everything is beyond their reach. It's for this character. It's for Mydei. Right? That cold look when he turns around.
I am strife.
Incredible.
Submit or die.
And that's it. Like the character has reached that peak, that summit. I think that's really cool. That's it. I mean, hello, right? This is it. Filled with arrows, peppered with arrows, smiling, does not care. I think that's a cool feeling. It's kind of like, that classic Lord of the Rings scene that is one of the best scenes ever, right? Where a character's getting shot with arrows, and it's like, what if you could keep going? And I think it's a kind of cool think piece on that. Let's give him powers. So now he doesn't even care about the arrows, right? So I think that's really fun. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Very different too. The use of this music right here, right? The use of metal music, quite rare in the hoyoverse sort of archive of videos, and I think it really makes a statement here. Yeah, that's a brutal few seconds, but I do quite like I said, the use of the vignette. It's a vignette of carnage to show just the absolute brutality of the scene, and it's very well done. That's still, that's one of my favorite images though. This, it's not the actual character with this text, it's that, and it's because the frame is a really good use over here, really good placement in the frame, and the composition kind of looking down into this empty space. And I love this negative space over here. It's kind of gives you chills. It makes them glow even more with that fire. And of course we fill that in with the text, but I really like that initial image right there. It's really powerful. Yeah. Awesome stuff. I really enjoyed this one. I haven't checked out Star Rail videos in a bit, but I'm glad to see they're still cranking them out, and with much style indeed. But if you enjoyed our time, like I said, make sure to check out my other cinematic reactions. Done a ton in the sort of hoyoverse archives of videos, character trailers. I've played Genshin a lot in the past. Not tried Star Rail yet, though. I did think about it. And I'm streaming Claire Obscure tonight, so it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to see the live stream, make sure to click the notification so you don't miss it. If you want to chat live, and feel free to ask me about Hoyoverse questions as well, live or Hoyoverse videos, or suggest Hoyoverse videos to me in the Discord, which is linked in the description of this video. But thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you later, guys.